here, today we will see the 6 foods every single patient absolutely needs if they want to stop kidney disease. These foods contain all those vitamins and nutrients most are deficient in. And I'll tell you this straight. You need to make sure you have 0 nutritional deficiencies if you plan to stop kidney disease. Guys, it's no secret that the diet is key to avoid dialysis. I've been working with people suffering from kidney problems for almost 10 years now, and I've met people who were almost giving up. But some of them found ways to stop the progression of kidney disease and some to reverse it. But these problems are not going to go away by themselves. You need to beat this disease. So, if you suffer from kidney problems, don't be afraid, don't be scared, and most importantly, never give up. In this spirit, today we will see what foods contain the most important vitamins and minerals to stop and reverse kidney disease. These are 6 nutrients you always want to keep in the right range. Number 6. This is an essential mineral which is often too low in those with CKD. Many medications can deplete it, including blood pressure medications. Now, when a deficiency of this mineral is present and not treated, people are more likely to end up in dialysis. The key mineral in this study is zinc. Now, zinc is a very important mineral because having too little of it can cause several problems. It can impair the immune system, it can influence the body's sodium and potassium status. It can also cause low testosterone and ED in men.
Okay, cool. No, I don't want any of that.
In that case, make sure you are not deficient in this mineral. Luckily, there are quite a few zinc-rich foods you can have in your diet. One of the best is wild rice. Wild rice is maybe the best rice there is for people with kidney problems. Wild rice can contain as much as 30 times the antioxidants as white rice. It is low on the glycemic scale and packs a lot more fiber than white rice, and it also has some magnesium and B vitamins, all very healthy. It's also a good source of antioxidants while being lower in phosphorus and potassium than brown rice. Wild rice may look like the perfect choice when it comes to zinc too. Other sources of zinc include wheat germ, lentils, oatmeal, quinoa, shiitake mushrooms, and spinach. Now, when tackling a zinc problem, we must be aware that most common cause is not a lack of zinc in the diet. There are many medications that deplete the body of zinc, putting you at risk for a deficiency. These include antacids such as Gaviscon and Pepto-Bismol, but also diuretics and blood pressure medications such as Zestril, Lutantine, and other ACE inhibitors. Be careful with this. ACE inhibitors in particular have been in the middle of a big controversy lately, and some doctors are stopping to prescribe them to CKD patients. It has never been so important to find foods that can actually lower blood pressure naturally, and our number 4 for today will help you do just that. This is a food that is so rich in phytonutrients, it's actually going to help you fight inflammation and to lower cholesterol levels. It also has cardioprotective, neuroprotective, and antioxidant benefits. I'm talking about dark chocolate. And yes, dark chocolate may actually help you lowering your blood pressure.
I don't believe you!
Okay, but it's true! Dark chocolate is a superfood disguised as a tasty treat, and a large meta-analysis found out that it can significantly lower blood pressure in people with hypertension. This is a review of 18 publications that span over 50 years. Yeah, it's pretty solid data. What they found out is that hypertensive patients were able to reduce their blood pressure by 5 over 2.7 millimeters of mercury on average when consuming a small amount of dark chocolate daily, which is very significant because we are talking about a food and not a remedy or a medication. Do you believe me now? And by the way, researchers believe that this incredible result is due to the polyphenols content of cocoa. These polyphenols will basically increase nitric oxide presence in the body, which in turn promotes vasodilation. Vasodilation means that your arteries will become naturally a bit wider and they will bring more oxygen to tissue and organs while lowering blood pressure. Other foods that can help you do this include pomegranate, citrus fruits, leafy greens, especially spinach and arugula, and obviously beets. Beets are some of my favorite blood pressure lowering foods. They are amazing, and I've actually made a video to show you how to make a smoothie that greatly lowers your blood pressure. It's up here if you missed it. Our number 4 is a nutrient that even alone was proven able to reverse kidney disease.
Oh, wait. This is interesting.
Recent studies link this mineral both to a rapid increase in GFR and also to a whopping 13% decrease in creatinine that was obtained in just 6 weeks. This is an essential mineral that's present in this tasty snack you see here. I'm talking about selenium. Selenium will improve kidney function by directly lowering inflammation and oxidative stress. This is what researchers says about it. And one of the reasons this mineral is so useful for us is our soil. We used to get plenty of this essential nutrient in our food, but the soil is so depleted now that getting enough selenium is a concern even for the general population. Actually, a low intake is found in most developed countries and is associated not just with a faster decline in kidney function but also with increased cardiovascular mortality, increased inflammation, and with ED in men. Following a plant-based diet is another reason why you may have low levels of this key mineral. To avoid a dangerous selenium deficiency, add to your diet Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are not very easy to find, but many well-stocked grocery stores carry them. They taste really good and are a great snack, not to mention that science considers this tasty snack a true healing food. Brazil nuts are incredibly rich in selenium. There's almost more selenium in one of these than in one of these. And it's very bioavailable too. Seriously, it will be better to treat Brazil nuts as a supplement rather than a food, given that just 2 of these have around 200% of your daily dose of selenium. You should never eat this superfood with abandon. Time now to see one of the nutrients you need the most in your diet if you want to lower your creatinine levels. Eating just 5 to 10 grams of this nutrient is proven to lower your bad cholesterol by 10 points or more. This nutrient is also a must for those with diabetes. Consuming more of it lowers blood sugar by 28% according to research. And this is not all. If eaten in a reasonable amount, this nutrient is also capable of lowering your blood pressure by 15%. And a diet rich in this nutrient is associated to a slower decline in kidney function. I'm talking about dietary fiber. Yes, it's proven that getting as close as possible as the recommended daily intake of fiber can really help the kidneys. In a large review of studies, patients in stage 3 and 4 of CKD were able to lower their creatinine levels at the point that their kidney function completely stabilized. Some were even able to improve their kidney function and just by eating more fiber-rich foods. Fiber is undoubtedly an essential part of a healthy eating plan. There is only one problem with it. Unfortunately, 95% of Americans don't eat enough of it, according to a recent study. And if you have CKD, it may be even harder to get enough of this nutrient since many healthy sources are on the list of foods to be avoided. And while in general, eating more fruits and vegetables is the way to go when it comes to dietary fiber, there is a little known food that can make a lot of difference.
Sounds interesting.
This is spaghetti squash. It looks like pasta, but it isn't. A healthy alternative for people who want to avoid both pasta and squashes. This is basically the squash with the lowest potassium you can find. There is also a lot of fiber and you can cook this squash to make it look and feel like spaghetti. A food to try. Number 2 is a vitamin that's proven to slow down kidney disease. Trust me when I say you don't want to be deficient in this one. In a large study on CKD patients, those having high enough levels of this vitamin had a 44% slower decline in kidney function. This was a very large study, by the way, conducted on more than 15,000 patients over the course of more than 4 years. What is proved is that eating more foods rich in this particular vitamin can make you avoid dialysis for several years. At least this vitamin is folate or vitamin B9. Folate plays a key role in breaking down homocysteine, an amino acid that can exert harmful effects in the body. Homocysteine is linked to increased risk of cardiovascular disease, end-stage renal disease, and death. To fight it, eat more foods rich in folate. One of my favorites is okra. Okra is a green tube-like fruit with a mild flavor. It acts as a thickener, so it is most commonly used like a vegetable in soups, but you can also eat it roasted as a side dish. It's cultivated in warm and tropical climates, southern parts of the US, but also India, the Philippines, and many countries in South Asia. Okra is incredibly healthy. Just 1 cup, around 100 grams of okra, contain around 15% of the DV for folate. Okra is also an excellent source of vitamin C, magnesium, and vitamin B6. If this isn't enough, okra is especially useful for those with diabetes. It contains an active compound that was linked to lower blood sugar levels. Other great sources of folate suitable for renal diet include legumes, asparagus, leafy greens, and citrus fruit. Time for our number 1 now. This mulberry is one of the few foods in the world that has actually been shown able to directly improve kidney function. This is blueberry. Berries in general are considered the best friends of your kidneys because they're low in potassium and very rich in vitamins. They are also a diabetes superfood because they're packed with antioxidants and fiber, but they also come with an incredibly powerful kidney protecting benefit. Here's what Dr. Pizzorno says about this superfood. A benefit that surprised me was that blueberry anthocyanins specifically protect the kidneys from bowel-derived toxins. Blueberries increase GFR in normal kidneys, but far more importantly, completely protects the kidneys from the dramatic lowering of GFR caused by gut toxins in those with impaired function. This is what Dr. Pizzorno, one of the most prominent naturopaths in the world, says about this superfood. Yes, eating blueberries does not just prevent toxins from damaging the kidneys, it may directly improve kidney function. This is why Dr. Pizzorno included these berries in his 3-step program to reverse kidney disease.
And the first part is stop damaging them, like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, extremely damaging to the kidneys. So stop damaging the kidneys and then do things like blueberries, beet juice, chocolate. Okay.
If you want to know more about that, please watch my video up here. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless.